Into touch, he had to pass the ball back inside, but again Bristol just absorbed this now. They're totally in control of this game. They'll practice their defensive drills. They can see what they can do with ball in hand. 3 tries up. It's up now for Rotherham really to perform like they probably haven't done all season.
Please remember, bind along and head above the hips, okay?
Of course, they met earlier in the season. Bristol won comfortably. Lee Blackett said he knows his side will have to be much better this afternoon to compete. At the moment, they're simply being blown away by Bristol.
Yeah, we've got Lee Blackett up in the gantry behind me here, and during that phase of play there, he's screaming, it's all about tempo. He's screaming tempo, 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 latch, 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 and it's all about raising the tempo and getting more than one player through that contact zone, trying to negate, I guess, the advantage that Bristol have got at that contact zone at the moment. And if they can do that, if they can get 2 or 3 people through that contact zone and raise the tempo, they'll get back into the game. So he's absolutely right, he knows how to go about it.
But they can't keep up this pace for the next 60 minutes, can they, Pat?
No, I think that's exactly it, right? I think Bristol are going to drop off at some point, and there's no real sign that that Rotherham are tired. There's no real sign that their physicality is dipping. They're in this game from a physical perspective. If they can get this contact zone right, if they can get 2 or 3 people through that contact zone, then I think you'll see them start to get some momentum in the game.
Crouch!
And this is an exceptionally fit side, Rotherham. Very evident for all to see. Back to just what a fit side they are as we watch Bristol clearing their lines. That's cheered up this shed, as they call it here, Clifton Lane.
That's why Bristol don't kick the ball. And being very cruel, and Moss is there, just slightly, he knows it well. Sliced off his left boot.
It's Josh Fletcher in the middle of the picture there.
Let's keep working on it.
Signed a new 2-year deal in January. He's got this Rotherham side so very, very fit. He can take a huge amount of credit for that. Formerly in charge of the Olympic Taekwondo team and the water polo team. As he said to me on Tuesday, they are fit. That's a huge understatement, that one is. One of the fittest sides in the championship, well, the fittest side. Cecino and Quigley now.
Yeah, I mean, this is a side that does not stop. Second half, their points difference is 124 in the, to the good. Bristol's only plus 54. So, I think you're going to see Rotherham come back into this game. They're not going to give up. They're going to keep working. We talked about values before the game. They've got it in bucket loads.
You're absolutely right, Pat. Bristol very much the first half team. Rotherham far more effective in that second half, and also Rotherham score try 17 of their 50 tries have been scored in the last 10 minutes of each half. That just shows what a fit side they are. Reed, a lovely offload to Hislop. Rotherham coming at Bristol now, but Bristol have robbed it. It's Costa again.
There's a turnover coming here. Well done. Absolutely superb from Rotherham.
Roberts. Not a tall man, but so strong. Here's Jack Roberts. Signed a new contract this week for another year. Reading does that so well. He spins out of the tackle. While Cronus Sanderson puts out a big long arm. Eventually gets the ball. Apologise if you've heard any untoward language on the referee's mic. It's Marco Mumra is offside and penalised, and Charlie Mulcrone points to the posts.
Correct option you've got to get on the scoreboard.
And why not when you have Juan Pablo Cecino?
Dead-eyed Dick, known around these parts. He doesn't miss. Alfie Tuala's down. Like I said, Alfie normally does about 40 minutes, so you won't want to go off prematurely, but this is the right decision, and it's good to see there's some patterns of play coming. Pat talked about the tempo. They'll only play one way. They'll keep going and going, but they need some points. I think Garner a try maybe before half-time. That puts them 10. That's only 11 difference, something to build on.
He's been around the championship a long time. Pablo Cecino, known as the Mexican. Over 230 points this season. Adds 3 more points now. Lee. Johnny Hammond here, just how important were those 3 points?
I think it was just just to try and get us going a bit. I think we're massively disappointed with the start. We talked all week, especially about Bristol. Discipline's crucial, and you give, I think last count I saw was 6 penalties. If you give 6 penalties away against Bristol in 20 minutes, you're going to struggle.
And just how key is the breakdown? Is that the key area for you?
Yeah, it's something we concentrate massively on in attack and defence. We just look, it's for us it's real frustrating with the start. We're putting it mainly down to discipline. We've just not had the ball, and every time we get the ball, we're starting to look dangerous.
Can you come back though, Lee? We know just what a good second half side you are.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Against Cornish Pirates, after 17 minutes, we were 24-3 down on the same ground. We've got too much ability to not believe that we can come back from this. But look, it's a big mountain to climb at this moment in time.
And lastly, Lee, how's the vertigo?
Yeah, thanks for taking my spot that I normally watch. I'm not the best with heights, and climbing that ladder was quite shaky, so I might not get back to him at half-time.
Yeah, we're in Blackett's bunker here. We've taken his spot for the day. He did have to have a hand down, didn't he, for the ladder earlier. It's pretty high up there.
He's feeling a little bit queasy, but again, it's something to concentrate his mind on. Those first 3 tries, not getting any ball, but at least Rotherham have got back into this game now. Now they're going to have a big D to stop Bristol coming out their 22. That's good.
Sestino lined up Robinson, didn't he? But Welsh international able to get the ball away. Wallace. Scannon's got a boot to the face there. He's come down very heavily. Must just say thank you to Lee for speaking to us in the middle of a very intense half of rugby. 2 of the top dogs in the championship going at it, aren't they? Toe to toe. Frenetic pace to this game as Carl Trainer holds on to the ball. Reader doesn't agree with the referee, allowing play to continue. There's Rennie again with another run from him.
We're quite happy to see this happening from Bristol again. It's good conditions to pass the ball. You make a mistake, it gives you something to go forward.
Baldwin. Richardson's gone high. Scannon's back on his feet. Former Munster A-man. Virtually ever present so far this season. Phil Murphy. Former Queensland Red man. Wallace, good pass from Robinson, wasn't it? To see that space. Eves cuts back in field, didn't really have any other option. He's normally an inside centre, of course. Outside centre today. Only Robinson likes Ben Moss's at inside centre, that distribution he has. Baldwin appealing to the referee for another penalty, and he gets it, and he's off again. Baldwin. Tackle in the end from Roberts. Keating it was. Costa over the 30-minute mark now. Watkins tops up on it. Inside centre position. Baldwin again. Wallace was just looking at the defenders, wasn't he? Took his eye off the ball, but for a couple of drop passes from Bristol, they would have the bonus point already.
It's value for money. It's entertaining stuff from both sides, mostly from Bristol because they have the majority of the ball. But that time again, Baldwin there, just so crucial that you get a 9 that can just up the tempo, go straight, and actually concentrate a defence in on you. And the forwards can pick a line. Unfortunately, it just became too easy. No one's actually asking any questions. Too lateral, and a knock on there from Jack Wallace. But again, they're still in a pretty good position. And can Bristol get this bonus point try now just before half-time? I know Rotherham have put in, but it's been a pretty good half from Bristol. Rotherham, we thought we'd weather the storm a bit better. They haven't done, so they are now fighting a massive battle.
Down in 4th, aren't they, as we stand. London Welsh, handsome victory from then over Ealing to 59 points. Bristol coming into this game at 61.
What do you reckon?
Rotherham on 56 and Leeds Carnegie on 57.
5 sides in it. Scottish.
Cartwright's London Scottish shot for
Mike's in the studio there. I'm sure he hasn't written anything off, but they're the only side for me that could actually bustle their way into those top 4. Bristol, Welsh, Leeds, Rotherham.
They're away at Leeds tomorrow.